Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for July 2, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, a devastating pair of earthquakes struck Venezuela, resulting in substantial loss of life and widespread destruction. The latest reports indicate at least 8,000 people have died, with another 10,000 injured and nearly 50,000 remaining unaccounted for. The international community, including the United States, has been providing assistance to aid in relief and rescue efforts. In other news, President Trump engaged in a conversation with an artificial intelligence version of Theodore Roosevelt during his visit to the newly opened Roosevelt Presidential Library in North Dakota. This unique encounter highlighted the president's fascination with his predecessor and sparked discussions about the blend of history, technology, and political discourse that could shape the national conversation and inform decision-making. Lastly, we're examining the latest financial disclosure report from President Trump, which has raised important questions about ethics in the White House. According to the report, President Trump earned over $2 billion last year through various channels, including hundreds of millions of dollars from cryptocurrency ventures. This significant financial gain has led ethics watchdogs to express concern about potential conflicts of interest and has sparked debates about the need for transparency and adherence to ethical guidelines in public office. These stories will continue to unfold, and we'll provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. First, the United States has signed an agreement to build a permanent embassy in Jerusalem, solidifying its recognition of the city as Israel's capital. This move has sparked both praise and condemnation, with Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar hailing it as a testament to the unbreakable alliance between the U.S. and Israel, while Palestinian rights groups have denounced it as an endorsement of land confiscation and a violation of international law. In another part of the Middle East, Syria's interim president, Ahmed al-Sharaa, has appointed the final 40 members of the country's parliament, paving the way for the legislative body to hold its first session next week. This significant step towards establishing a new government aims to reinforce national unity and includes representatives from diverse segments of Syrian society. Lastly, a devastating barrage of Russian ballistic missiles and drones struck the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv overnight, leaving a trail of destruction and chaos in its wake. The attacks have resulted in significant casualties on both sides, with international leaders calling for an immediate ceasefire and a return to diplomatic negotiations to resolve the crisis. As we continue to follow these stories, we will provide updates and insights from all sides, ensuring a balanced and fair representation of the complex issues at play. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. As we approach the end of the second quarter of 2026, investors are eagerly awaiting Nike's earnings report, expected to be released later today. The athletic apparel giant is anticipated to report another quarter of declining sales, with revenue projected to drop by about 5% year-over-year. This would mark Nike's 8th consecutive quarter of declining profits, making CEO Elliott Hill's turnaround plan a closely watched effort. Meanwhile, the broader market is poised to close out the quarter with significant gains, despite concerns about an AI bubble and potential rate hikes by the Fed. The Nasdaq has gained over 14% in the quarter, while the S&P 500 and Dow are up around 10% and 8% respectively. However, other asset classes have not performed as well, with gold falling over 6% and Bitcoin dropping around 13% in the quarter. In other news, semiconductor stocks have reached unprecedented heights, now accounting for a record 12% of the S&P 500. This surge is largely attributed to the artificial intelligence boom, with companies like Nvidia, Broadcom, and Taiwan Semiconductor leading the charge. However, some experts warn of elevated valuations and potential bubble-like conditions. Additionally, international borrowers are increasingly turning to the Australian bond market as a key destination for raising funds. The demand for kangaroo bonds has been fueled by the country's high interest rates and strong investor appetite, making Australia a major financial hub. As we navigate these market developments, it's essential to maintain a balanced perspective and closely monitor market trends to make informed decisions. Remember, don't panic, and keep in mind that a correction is when you lose money, but a bear market is when I lose money. We'll be keeping a close eye on Nike's earnings report and its implications for the company's turnaround efforts. Where do you put your money Monday? Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory has made a groundbreaking discovery about the Milky Way structure. By utilizing rare gamma-ray bursts, researchers have gained new insights into our galaxy's formation and evolution. This breakthrough highlights the importance of ongoing scientific inquiry and investment in space exploration. In other news, Blue Origin is working diligently to recover from the recent explosion of its New Glenn rocket. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman has praised the company's efforts in addressing the incident, and Blue Origin aims to launch the New Glenn rocket again by the end of the year. This incident underscores the complexities and challenges involved in space exploration and the need for transparency and cooperation between private companies and government agencies. Lastly, July promises to be an exciting month for stargazers, with a lineup of planets, a returning comet, and the majestic Milky Way making appearances in the night sky. On July 11th and 12th, a pre-dawn alignment of the Moon, Mars, Saturn, and Uranus will occur, providing a unique opportunity for observers to witness these celestial bodies congregating in the eastern sky. Later in the month, Comet 10P/Temple will make its return, and the dark nights around the July 17th new moon will provide ideal conditions for viewing the Milky Way. Whether you're a seasoned astronomer or just starting to explore the wonders of the night sky, July is shaping up to be an unforgettable month for stargazing. So mark your calendars, grab your binoculars or telescope, and get ready to witness the awe-inspiring beauty of our cosmos. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Speaking to you from the world of sports, I'm Howard Closewell, and today we're discussing 3 captivating stories that have made headlines in recent days. First, Tampa Bay Rays' Junior Caminero has etched his name in the record books by hitting a home run in 6 straight games, a feat that not only matches the franchise record, but also makes him the youngest player since at least 1900 to accomplish this impressive achievement. In other news, we're reporting on the passing of Kevin O'Malley, a former Los Angeles Dodgers executive and part owner of the San Diego Padres. As the grandson of the iconic Walter O'Malley and son of Peter O'Malley, Kevin continued the family's profound multi-generational legacy in baseball, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. Lastly, we're diving into the world of football, where San Francisco 49ers tight end George Kittle has revealed his Mount Rushmore of all-time great tight ends. Kittle's picks are intriguing, to say the least, showcasing a mix of dominant physicality, clutch performances, and enduring consistency. Notably, Kittle has omitted himself from this pantheon, a decision that aligns with his humble demeanor and speaks volumes about his character and commitment to the sport. These stories showcase the excitement, passion, and dedication that define the world of sports. As we reflect on Caminero's remarkable streak, Kevin O'Malley's lasting legacy, and Kittle's thoughtful selections, we're reminded of the power of sports to inspire, to captivate, and to bring us together. This is Howard Closewell, and I invite you to join me in exploring these fascinating stories in greater depth. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, a groundbreaking study from the Edmund and Lily Safra Center for Brain Sciences has made significant progress in understanding how our brains navigate and remember. This breakthrough could lead to new treatments for neurological disorders and gives us a glimpse into the intricate mechanisms of the human mind. Next, as the United States celebrates its 250th birthday, we're taking a look at vibrant events happening around the world that showcase human culture and creativity. From music festivals in Chicago to high-speed racing in Rome, These gatherings remind us of our shared humanity and the beauty of coming together to celebrate life. Lastly, a surprising incident in Texas has raised concerns about immigration enforcement. A Nigerian nun, Sister Letitia Ugbowaja, was detained by ICE agents while on her way to church, sparking outrage and calls for reform. As the investigation continues, we are left wondering why someone dedicated to serving others would be targeted in such a manner. These stories not only reflect the complexities of our world, but also remind us of the importance of compassion, understanding, and the human connection that binds us all together. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, let's talk about the must-have sunglasses of the season, Le Specs. This affordable brand has been spotted on A-listers like Selena Gomez, Dakota Johnson, and Jennifer Lopez, to name a few. And right now, they're offering 20% off site-wide for 1 week. Only, can you believe it? From oversized aviators to sleek rectangular silhouettes, Le Specs has something for everyone. Next, we've got the inside scoop on the new Prime Video series Elle, starring Lexi Mindtree. She recently wore a stunning Stella McCartney dress to the London premiere that was previously sported by none other than Reese Witherspoon herself at the 2014 Met Gala. This move is being seen as a tribute to Witherspoon, who serves as an executive producer on the show and has been a mentor to Mindtree throughout the production process. Last but not least, we're shining the spotlight on rising star Curry Barker, known for his horror films such as Obsession and The Chair. His friend and roommate recently shared some insight into Barker's rapid rise to success, describing him as hardworking, dedicated, and always striving to improve his craft. With Obsession currently playing in theaters and available to stream digitally, Barker's star is certainly on the rise. Stay stylish, stay entertained, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. First, we have an incredible story from Azerbaijan, where a decade-long project to reintroduce European bison to their native habitat has shown astonishing results. The herd has grown significantly, with numerous calves born in the wild, and these majestic creatures are not only thriving, but also contributing to the creation of a vibrant mosaic of grassland and woodland habitats. Next, we're looking at the alarming rise in global sea surface temperatures, which have reached record highs due to a combination of a strong El Niño event and human-driven climate change. This has significant implications for weather patterns, the global climate, and marine ecosystems, with experts warning of potential consequences such as more frequent and intense hurricanes, extreme rainfall, and flooding. Lastly, we're exploring an innovative approach to balancing human needs with environmental protection through the development of eco-engineered seawalls. The Living Seawalls project has shown promising results in promoting biodiversity in coastal areas, but researchers are also investigating potential drawbacks such as increased wave overtopping. These articles remind us of the importance of conservation efforts and the need to address climate change. We'll be delving deeper into these stories throughout the day, and that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.